What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Subscriber died trying. You see the thumbnail. Respect the shooter or the bully. The situation that happened in Arlington, I think it's Arlington, where the kid shot a classmate and grazed the teacher, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's Timothy Simpkins. That's who's in the thumbnail. And they have a video of him. I don't know, he's 18 and in a class with a 15-year-old, and 15-year-old just beating him up. And he's kind of curled up. And the class is just filming, the world star moment. Let me film, let me watch. And teacher's not intervening. I'm guessing the teacher's a woman, so, in some ways I do get it. So I'm not going to play stupid to that. The kid that's beating him up, bringing up gang references, and I'm looking at this video and I'm thinking to myself, for you to be 15 beating up an 18-year-old in class, you got a problem. You're a problem at school. So I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna say you must be a bully because you don't even have self-control to not do this while class is going on, and the guy's curled up in a ball. You might have a legitimate reason to be fighting this guy, but you're doing it right in the middle of class, in front of the class, on camera, in front of the teacher. The teacher's not involved. You're slamming the dude, you're punching the dude, and you got no chill. So now the young man is quote unquote fighting for his life, and I'm thinking to myself, if it's true what the young dude that was the shooter said, or the narrative that he's been bullied, because the video would suggest he ain't about it like that. But here's another thing: to be robbed multiple times, and if I'm not mistaken, he comes from a good home, so I'm guessing that school is in a good area. If a 15-year-old is robbing somebody, what's up with your family, B? Like, what's up with your family? Because y'all gotta watch y'all family, y'all child doing this in class and say, my baby shouldn't have got shot. I get you, because you shouldn't be bringing guns to school anyways. And furthermore, these kids should know how to fight or just fight it out and not have to bring guns around. And when I look at both kids, they're bean poles. They're just skinny little kids. Even though the one that's getting beat up is 18, so he's not legally looked at as a quote-unquote kid anymore, but he's in high school. So people gonna get tired of being bullied, man. I remember there was kids who, when I was younger, they didn't bring guns to school, but they would bring a knife. They got tired of being hit. They got tired of being kicked. They got tired of being pushed around. And they felt like, the principals and the teachers weren't listening to them. So they were willing to take matters in their own hands, even if it meant, being scared enough to take somebody's life out of anger. Because if you get a whipping in your hand, you might get some courage. And I'm thinking to myself, y'all teenagers, man, like, whatever y'all fighting for ain't really that serious, no way. But the fact that you're a teenager, you bringing a gun to school, I gotta ask, why are you bringing a gun to school? How did the gun get in the school in the first place with all of these precautions? Because Jesus Christ, like, we ain't even hit Christmas break yet. So how you telling me we ain't even hit Halloween yet, really? So depending on the school, it might still haven't even hit homecoming yet. So how did all of this go on from the month of, August, September, and October? How? What kind of beef could really been started from August, September to early October to cause somebody to get shot at school? And you got to remember, school was the year prior to that, school was really online. So I'm assuming the kid was, he could have been a freshman. The 15-year-old could have been a sophomore. I don't, depending on birthday or whatever, But the 18-year-old, probably a senior, probably a junior. And like, how did this come to be? So who should I respect, the shooter? Should I respect the bully? I don't respect either one of them, to be perfectly honest with you. But Beyond that, you know, if it's true, going back to what I was saying, what you doing robbing your classmate and then getting mad at him? You calling him, a hoe because you robbed him, and now you want to beat him up in the middle of the class. And if you get shot because you now, if it comes out for real, like you robbed this guy numerous times, and then you beating this guy up in class on camera, which we can see, and you get shot, that's your fault. I really don't care what I really don't care what you got to say or your family got to say. That's your fault, you know. But another thing is stop giving these kids the type of stuff that you know other people will rob them for in the first place. Because from my understanding, the kid Simpkins is like raised by his grandparents, so he's a he's an 18-year-old, quote unquote, with a nice car, semi nice car in high school. So, you know, is the family resources bringing jealousy to the kid at school and this is causing all this problem, or is he one of those kids that's trying to throw it in your face, which is causing jealousy to cause all these problems? But I don't want to, I'm using that as a situation that might not be that situation, but I know that happens. So in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, this is all stupid. This is really all stupid because it's not necessarily a school shooter, but it's a school shooting. And not because they're black, I feel like I got to talk about it, but I really don't. But what's more important is people have been talking about people getting bullied in school for years. And as school just actually starts and people are in class, you wind up with these situations. And recently there was another attempted school shooting when the kids got caught in Florida before the shooting happened. So a lot of this has to stem with the fact that, and schools have a hard time doing this, y'all don't address the bullies in this school until things go left. And it's like maybe y'all should just and the kids who, man, there's some sucker stuff. Well, bullying a kid is some sucker stuff too, man. You know, that's what it is. You know, and shooting a kid for being bullied is some sucker stuff. Y'all need to stop playing these video games, do some push-ups, get out and do something physical, and stop being so soft. Sometimes you got to be willing to take a, fight at least, or take an ass whipping. It's not worth dying over. It's not worth killing somebody over. But for all you people who initiate conflict, I mean, whatever happened to y'all is y'all fault, man. Yeah, it's y'all fault. Y'all out here starting stuff. You don't get to say how it ends. But I'm done. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying, man. Peace.